Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support for when the divorce process has finished. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics related to post-divorce. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of life after divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello and welcome back to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're exploring, a rather significant topic, and that's potential issues with a qualified domestic relations order or QDRO after the divorce is final. Now, a QDRO is a legal document that divides retirement assets between divorcing spouses. While it's an essential tool for ensuring equitable distribution of retirement benefits, there are several potential issues that can arise with a QDRO after the divorce is finalized. One of the more common issues is the failure to properly draft and implement the QDRO. Mistakes or omissions in the QDRO language can lead to delays in the distribution of retirement benefits, or even result in the loss of valuable benefits altogether. It's essential to work with a qualified legal and financial professionals who specialize in QDROs to ensure that the document accurately reflects the terms of the divorce settlement and complies with all applicable laws and regulations. Another potential issue with a QDRO after the divorce is final is the failure to file timely with the retirement plan administrator. Delays in processing and implementing the QDRO can prolong the distribution of the retirement benefits, and that's could cause financial strain on the recipient spouse. To avoid this issue, it's critical to prioritize the timely preparation and submission of the QDRO following the divorce decree. Stay in communication with your attorney and retirement plan administrator to ensure that all the steps necessary are taken to expedite the QDRO process. Now, additionally, changes in circumstance after the divorce may necessitate modifications to the QDRO. For example, if the paying spouse experiences a significant increase or decrease in income, or if the recipient spouse remarries, the terms of the QDRO may need to be adjusted accordingly. It is important to review and update the QDRO as needed to reflect changes in circumstance and ensure that both parties' rights and obligations are protected. Finally, be aware of the potential tax implications associated with QDROs. Depending on the type of retirement account and the distribution method specified in the QDRO, tax consequences may apply to both parties. Consult with a qualified tax advisor to understand the tax implications of qualified domestic relationship orders, distributions, and develop a strategy to minimize tax liabilities and maximize financial benefits. Wrapping up, while QDROs are valuable tools for dividing retirement assets in divorce, they can also present potential issues that require careful attention and proactive management. By staying informed, seeking professional guidance, and taking proactive measures, you can navigate the complexities of QDROs with confidence and ensure your secure financial future after the divorce. That's going to do it for today's episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. And with that, take care and have a good day. Hello and welcome back to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we're going to get into a critical aspect of post-divorce life, and that is protecting your spousal maintenance payments after the divorce is final. Now, spousal maintenance, also known as alimony, spousal support, Well, that provides financial support to a former spouse following divorce. But how can you ensure that these payments are protected and secure in the long term? One effective way to protect spousal maintenance payments is to include the specific provisions in your divorce decree or settlement agreement. You're going to want to clearly outline the terms and conditions of the maintenance arrangement, including the duration, amount, and any circumstances that may warrant modification or termination in the future. It's also essential to establish mechanisms for enforcement of, non-compliance by your former spouse. Now, consider including provisions for automatic wage garnishment or legal remedies to ensure timely payment of spousal maintenance. Additionally, you're going to want to consider the option of securing spousal maintenance payments with perhaps a life insurance policy. By naming the recipient as the beneficiary of a life insurance policy owned by the paying spouse, you can provide an additional layer of financial security and peace of mind should your ex-spouse pass away prematurely. Another way to protect spousal maintenance payments is to explore the possibility of a structured settlement. Instead of receiving lump sum payments, consider negotiating for periodic payments over time, which can provide more stable and predictable income for the recipient. You are going to absolutely want to keep accurate records of all spousal maintenance payments received, including dates, amounts, and any correspondence related to the payments. This documentation can serve as valuable evidence in the event of disputes or enforcement actions. Stay informed about your rights and obligations regarding spousal maintenance under state law. You're going to want to familiarize yourself with the relevant statutes and case law governing spousal support in your jurisdiction. And that's going to ensure that your rights are protected. Finally, consider consulting with a qualified family law attorney who specializes in divorce and can provide guidance and representation in matters related to spousal maintenance. An experienced attorney can help you navigate the complexities of post-divorce life and advocate for your interests with skill and expertise. In conclusion, protecting spousal maintenance payments after divorce requires careful planning, clear communication, and proactive measures. By taking steps to safeguard your financial future, you can ensure that your needs are met and your rights are respected in years to come. That's all for today's episode of Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce. Should you have any questions on this topic or other financial planning issues I can assist with, please look up my contact information in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. Take care and have a good day. Hello and welcome to Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we are going to look into a topic that shows up once you're divorced, and that is releasing negative feelings after the divorce is final. So divorce can leave us grappling with a range of emotions: grief, anger, resentment, sadness, and there could be many more. While these feelings are natural and valid, holding on to them can hinder our ability to move forward and embrace the possibilities of a new chapter. The problem is, how can we release negative feelings after the divorce is final? Well, let's look at some strategies to consider. First, we're going to want to acknowledge and validate our emotions. This allows us, to feel whatever we're feeling without judgment or self-criticism. Recognize that healing is a process, and it's okay to take the time you need to process your emotions fully. We're going to want to express our feelings in healthy ways. Finding constructive outlets for releasing pent-up emotions, such as, journaling, creative expression, or physical activity. Channel your energy into activities that nourish your soul and promote emotional well-being. Practice self-compassion and forgiveness. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate the ups and downs of the post-divorce journey. Release any guilt or shame you may be carrying and remind yourself that you deserve love, acceptance, and kindness, especially from yourself. You're going to want to seek support from trusted friends, families, or even maybe a therapist. Surround yourself with compassionate listeners who can offer empathy, understanding, and a perspective as you navigate the complexities of post-divorce life. Don't hesitate to reach out for help when you need it. We want to embrace the power of mindfulness and presence. Cultivate awareness of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment or attachment. Practice mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or yoga to ground yourself in the present moment and foster inner peace. You can also focus on gratitude and positivity. Shift your perspective by consciously seeking out the blessings and silver linings in your life, no matter how small. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude and appreciation for the lessons learned and the growth experienced, through the challenging process. Release attachments to the past and embrace the possibilities of the future. Let go of resentment, regret, and bitterness, as they may be weighing you down also. Choose to focus on your energy on a cleaning, really it's not cleaning, it's going to be more like creating a fulfilling and joyful life. Fill it with love, purpose, and meaning. And finally, remember that healing is a non-linear process. You got to be patient and compassionate with yourself as you navigate the ebbs and flows of emotional recovery. Trust that with time, intention, and self-care, you will emerge from the shadows of your divorce stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Wrapping up this episode, releasing negative feelings after the divorce is final is really an essential step towards reclaiming your sense of self and embracing the possibilities of a new beginning. By honoring your emotions, seeking support, practicing self-compassion, and cultivating gratitude, you really can pave the way for healing, growth, and transformation in the aftermath of your divorce. That's going to do it for today's episode of Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topics or other financial planning issues I can help with, my contact information is in the description. Please call or email. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. And with that, have a great day. Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, this important topic is really high up there, and it's ways to help children adjust after the divorce is final. I don't have to tell you, divorce is really going to be a challenging transition for children. Often, it leaves them feeling confused, anxious, and uncertain about the future. As parents, it's essential to provide the support and guidance they need to navigate this period of change with resilience and grace. So how are we able to help our children adjust after the divorce is final? Well, here are some strategies to consider. First, let's prioritize open and honest communication. Encourage your children to express their feelings and concerns about the divorce in a safe and supportive environment. Listen actively, validate their emotions, and reassure them that their feelings are normal and valid. Be mindful of age-appropriate explanations. You're going to want to tailor your discussions about the divorce to your children's developmental level, providing information that is clear, honest, and easy to understand. Offer reassurance that while the family structure may be changing, your love and support for them remain unwavering. Another really good technique here is going to be to maintain consistency and routine whenever possible. Establish predictable schedule for meals, bedtime, and other daily activities to provide stability and structure amidst the upheaval of the divorce. Consistency can help children feel secure and grounded during times of uncertainty. We're going to want to encourage positive coping mechanisms, teach our children healthy ways to manage stress and express their emotions, such as journaling or therapy, art therapy even, or physical activity, and getting them outside exercising. Encourage them to engage in activities they enjoy and spend quality time with supportive friends and family members. Fostering a cooperative co-parenting relationship may not be easy, but it does help. Work collaboratively with your former spouse to establish consistent rules, routines, and expectations for your children. Keep communication lines open and respectful, focusing on really the best interest of your children above everything else. You're going to want to be mindful of your own behavior and emotions. Children are highly perceptive. You may think they're not paying attention, but they really are. And they can pick up on tension and conflict between parents as well. So, model healthy coping strategies, effective communication, and positive attitude towards co-parenting to set a positive example for your children. And then, another strategy really is to seek professional support if needed. If you notice signs of significant distress or behavior changes in your children, you can consider consulting with a qualified therapist or counselor who specializes in working with children and families. Professional guidance is, it can provide valuable insights and support during this challenging time. So, wrapping up this episode, helping children adjust after the divorce is final requires patience, empathy, and a lot of unwavering support. By prioritizing open communication, maintaining consistency and routine, fostering cooperative co-parenting, and seeking professional support when you can, that all helps you navigate the transition with resilience and strength. That's going to do it for today's episode of Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or anything else, feel free to give me a call or email. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. And with that, have a great day. Welcome to Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to look at exploring a critical aspect of the post-divorce landscape, and that is what judges' decisions can be appealed after the divorce is final. So the divorce process really, as we know, is emotionally and legally complex. And sometimes, despite our best efforts, we may find ourselves disagreeing with the decisions made by the court. But what recourse do we have here? I mean, what judges' decisions can actually be appealed? In most jurisdictions, decisions relating to child custody, child support, spousal maintenance, and the division of marital property can be appealed after the divorce is finalized. These decisions are subject to review by a higher court if there are grounds for an appeal. So, what are some common reasons for appealing a judge's decision? They may include errors in legal procedure, misinterpretation of the law, or failure to consider relevant evidence or testimony presented during the divorce proceedings. If you believe that a judge's decision warrants appeal, the first step really is to consult with a qualified appellate attorney who can assess the merits of your case and advise you on the likelihood of success. I mean, no reason to go through the process if it's not going to go anywhere. Now, keep in mind that the appellate process is really distinct from the initial divorce proceedings and follows its own specific rules and procedures. It typically involves filing a notice of appeal with the appropriate appellate court and presenting arguments to support your position. Now, importantly, you really need to understand that the appellate court's role is not to retry the case, but to review the lower court's decision for legal errors or abuses of discretion. The outcome of the appeal will depend on the strength of your arguments and the evidence you have presented. While the appellate process can be time-consuming and quite costly, it does offer a mechanism for seeking redress if you believe that a judge's decision has unjustly impacted your rights or the best interests of your children. However, it is essential to approach the decision to appeal with careful consideration and realistic expectations. Not all judges' decisions are eligible for appeal, and success is not actually guaranteed if you appeal. Ultimately, the decision to pursue an appeal should be guided by your commitment to upholding your rights and seeking justice within the bounds of the law. Wrapping up this episode, the divorce process may come to an end. The legal journey actually can continue if you believe that a judge's decision warrants appeal. By seeking competent legal counsel and understanding your rights, you can navigate the appellate process with clarity and determination. That's going to do it for today's episode of Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or any other financial planning issues, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you know, it is the start of your next great chapter. All the best.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce with Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow.